This is going to be a fun match. It's been a pretty, it has been a fun match already, and I enjoyed the performance out of aTTaX, especially from Cressy. We talked about him, Kieran, during the break. You know, he's been insane. That quad on short was mind-blowing how it even succeeds, but it does. And overall, aTTaX, they seem to have improved a lot since their downfall with the old squad, while Hunden was still leading it. But in any case, Inferno's here, and aTTaX start on the CT side.
Yeah, and I think the CT side is going to be the better way for them to be able to begin this side on Inferno, of course. A map that, again, both sides have been able to put victories on in the retrospective past 3 months. I'm pretty sure Sharks played a couple of maps on Inferno at, I think it was WESG. So they've played against some, I think, European talent. Or European teams,
they played against Imperial, did they not? But I don't think I'm not sure if they played Inferno against them.
Okay, no, actually, they didn't actually. Yeah, you're right. The only time they have played Inferno was Loot.bet Season 2. So, yeah, they played Nemiga and got absolutely slammed 16-6. So, if there's really anything to go by, it's the fact that, again, Nemiga, they won a 16-6, and then today won a 16-6. But, yeah, in this pistol round...
like a big oof.
Yeah, indeed. Exit is at T-spawn. He's like, guys, we're starting off as rough as we finished. What do I do? Let's see what I can pick off. But realistically, this should be aTTaX getting themselves a first pistol round and kick-starting map 2 as confidently as they ended game number 1.
Exit through to his name. Gonna exit the game. Maybe just, type exit in console in any case. Well, quit, actually, if you want to be technically correct. If you want to quit the game, you have to type quit in console. But, yeah, exit, there's not really any hope for him for survival. Obviously, Cressy's going to deny him 2 kills for both Dude and Cressy. And, yeah, aTTaX off to a great start again on Inferno. And why I say great start is due to the fact they keep 4 players alive. And it's not really about the economy because they don't save any money. It's more about the fact with 4 players surviving, on a pistol round even, which is usually a lot closer, a lot more clutch, I guess you could say. Mentally speaking, they certainly boost themselves quite a little bit. And look at this. It's going to be a bit of a banana. No, actually, I thought that, J&T might want to push top banana, try and get himself a kill. But it's not really going to be successful. Stefan with a scout second mid spot from house. Not really seeing anything though. And I like the fact Sharks are taking this a bit differently. But Dude and Mantu pushing to bottom banana, taking control, pretty much denying any sort of information to Sharks. And whatever they wanted to pick up, or more so tried to pick up, will not succeed at all. And they're not going to get even further than from a house. Ooh, exit. Yeah, okay, fair enough. He still goes down, but... Stefan. Okay, I thought Stefan... Or more so, Stefan didn't realize he was still on balcony. That's why he spotted left and right lower.
Second round, though. And probably a round that we expected aTTaX to win. The first gun round, of course, going to try and change that perspective. And I think with aTTaX as well, picking Inferno shows maybe some confidence in the map itself. But looking at their past results, they took a 16-8 defeat to Tricked. I mean, which at this kind of stage, with how Tricked have been playing, I think is... 8 rounds is fairly good against this side, considering how good that they've been recently performing. They've won 16-7 against on the Meisterschaft LAN, but realistically, like overall, their results have been really back and forward. Like it goes loss win.
Ooh, that was a close loss.
Oh my God, Stefan Howsey. I was gonna say Howsey get out alive. I thought he did there, but RCF he says no. Cressy finds at least a trade back. Slack to tag one down with the scout as well. Grenades going through, but not a lot of damage inflicted. 2 versus 3. Oh, sorry, 3 versus 4. And the fact that aTTaX haven't particularly upgraded a lot of their rifles going into this round, it sort of relies on them, or even giving them the opportunity to lose this one and still be able to buy in the next. But it seems like potentially they might even go for the save instead, yeah.
Yeah, perhaps send in the UMPs, although Mantu is so low that if he does die, he won't be able to afford a full buy next. So it's better to save and buy M4s next, or drop the MP9 to Cressy, or UMP, whatever you want to do. The point is, as you said, they don't upgrade their weapons because they realize, you know what, we can lose a round, it's not a problem. We will be able to buy the next 10, and we can actually contend against Sharks. It came as a bit of a surprise to Stefan, though, there with the MP9 in-house. If he had been a little bit faster to spot Sharks, he probably is able to escape their grasp, or maybe even gets away with a free kill and then escapes them. In any case, There were only 2 players on A side as far as I could tell, and obviously that's never going to be enough against 5 AK. Sharks open up with the first round, and they are able to put themselves on the board, at least fighting here for survival. Still going to be a full investment though, and there's the op on Slacks, the scout on Cressy, and we've got an MP9 UMP, an M4 on Stefan, and the rest. Well, it's a banana take coming out from Sharks. Exit finds 1. That's a good start, and at 10 HP on Exit, he can fall back safely and pretty much secure himself... well, or more so secure his team, a guaranteed 1-man advantage by the time they do another execute. Or at least attempt to do a banana take maybe, or house take, or just a straight up, you know, play to site.
Yeah, and the fact that they have pulled out of this sort of banana aggression, going back into more of a default setup, does show that these guys are comfortable in working off of the picks, making sure that they find the advantages, but overall... Ooh, Slacks, he spots the head, even takes the shot as well. RCF, though,
Flash.
able to trade, but a beautiful flash. Yeah, the second man to assist, and... Oh, dude, what a shot! A second as well. And what a way to really open up a round there. That's going to be a third for ATN, and not looking good already for Sharks. It seems like the weaknesses of that sort of first map are really starting to resonate with this side yet again. And even with Exit heading toward that A site, he'll get pretty much nothing out of this round as soon as Stefan catches on to his final position. If he does go toward A long, then potentially he can wrap his way inside of the A site, maybe guarantee at least a plant. But overall, realistically, this should be ATN riding out very, very swiftly to a 3-1 scoreline. There is a little bit of money left on that T side, but only realistically on Exit and Knack. Shrinky, kind of the same as well, though. So yeah, we should be seeing maybe a repurchase. JNT the only player that would be significantly limited. But yeah, I think it's definitely the better idea. This was a nice shot though from
yeah, it was
from Slacks. He was actually on his way dropping down, so
he hit him midair while he was still you know, dropping from through the wall as well. That's a sick shot. But it will be a reinvestment, as you said, and Sharks, they're gonna try and break ATN once more, although it does look like a bit of a better more so a bit of a focus on towards second mid, trying to make sure that house control remains in their hands, or if nothing else, you know, that they can take it over immediately. The CZ on JNT, obviously not... okay, they will switch it out with the RCF. I was actually wondering if it would be perhaps better to give it to JNT, as he was so effective on Dust. He was really dangerous as hell, and you know, giving him an AK almost certainly gives you a free entry almost. RCF, he's going to be playing from balcony. Perhaps Leo joining him, and this certainly feels like perhaps another A split, although I would pray that this is not a balcony jump. Because first of all, Stefan is on balcony. Second of all, there's another player on site as well, and that's Cressy. And they're gonna have a bit of a crossfire set up for aTTaX. And there we go, it's gonna be a balcony jump. This will actually succeed. RCF comes out first. The blind Stefan cannot do anything, and unfortunately for Cressy, he's now isolated on site. He's got... but the looks of it, Slacks coming in to support him. Yeah, it is. And, ooh, boost on the left. Cressy, if he doesn't spot this, he does, and he hears them, and he gets them both. As Mantu finds one more, the denial is there. Exit and JNT left, and Cressy spots Exit, can't take him down. Leaves it at a 3-on-2, though, and Slacks misses a shot. That was a vital one. Now, he will have one more chance, not even that. Still a 2-on-2, though. And it's still a 2-on-2. Mantu and Dude, they're coming in from mid. One from house, one from short. This is vital that Sharks win.
Mantu has to be a little bit careful with how he exits to the apartments. JNT watching that position. And with Dude coming in from short, Molotov to go down, at least exposing the position. With no one in that pit position, it will begin to really ask questions of ATN as do they know these players' locations? A double flash to come through and a nice little peek, but as he finds a first, ooh, can't trade back though. JNT will survive. Only just, but Exit, he'll be able to finish the job, and a nice little second round there for Sharks, keeping composed in that afterplant despite how good ATN were in denying 3 of those players. Cressy picking up 2 of those. But this time, Sharks, as they're able to pull it back just a little more, making it very, very difficult for ATN to be able to really do much in this round itself. We'll see kind of a low buy, realistically, a couple of weapons invested, but even a CZ and a Desert Eagle, so ATN kind of clutching at straws here early in the game, and Sharks, they'll be able to exploit that. If they win this next round, it'll be down to an eco for the CT side, which ultimately gives Sharks the opportunity to take the victory, or at least a lead, on this second map and try and get as many rounds as possible on that T side, because this is the side where they have to be able to perform respectably enough to go into that second half secure. So I'd say 5 or 6 rounds is necessary here.
Yeah, I would argue, 6 rounds almost should be coming up for Sharks if they want to have a chance of winning the second half. Alternate attacks, you can bet your bottom dollar that they're going to have a lot of tactics set up for this. And, well, Dude finds one good refrags coming through, though. RCF may be able to stop this, I guess you could say, this defense. And Slacks the home banana. He's got an 8. Oh, but he misses his shot, RCF. And that's a round done for Alternate Attacks. They will not be retaking this site. There will be no chance given and no time given. No defuse kit, no real opportunity. So, Sharks tie the score. And they already look a lot better than they did on Dust early on, at least. Alternate Attacks, they were like 4 or 5-0 up, right? Before Sharks found their first.
4-0 up, I think.
Yeah, 4-0, and then it was the first to Sharks, and then it was 4-2, and then 5-2, something like that. In any case, a lot better than on Dust, especially since this is Inferno, and T-side Inferno, obviously a lot harder than Dust T-side. But of course, overall, Sharks, they want to, it doesn't matter if they get 1 round on this first half, or 3 rounds, or 10 rounds. They have to win it. So it's not like it's gonna change the outcome in the end if they are unable to close out the CT side. They can get all the rounds on the T side, but if they're unable to really come together and really protect themselves against ATN, once they move on to the second half, it's not gonna help them at all. And for the moment, it looks like it will be an eco for ATN. The money is as low as it gets, and Stefan and Cressy saving those M4s would be perhaps the best case scenario to go towards B and just try and hold it as best you can, making sure you save those weapons if in case, your opponents do decide to go A in the end. Although, by the looks of it, they'll be doing a bit of an A push into house perhaps. Just a double setup for the moment with Mantu. No, they will actually be pushing, fair enough. Good choice. If they take control of second mid and actually find a kill, perhaps even, they could sow, some sort of a discord in the ranks of Sharks and potentially find themselves a victory, an unexpected victory, but a victory at least. And Slacks finds one. That's a perfect start. Now it's all eyes on Cressy. If he does not die, he can safely buy enough time to get the rotation across and make sure that Alternate Attacks can actually win this round still.
And especially with the ATN right now looking like they might just be able to offset the pace right here with Sharks.
Oh, that's
going to be heading toward that B bomb site. Cressy, he's going to be the man who has to be able to provide the kills here. Good grenade damage done, but he's not able to provide anything there. Slacks, though.
Look at this.
He takes down 2 and Stefan finds 1. The flank here.
Oh my god.
Oh, JNT gets finished, and what a round to win there. Alternate Attacks, they pull back an eco. Yes, they had a couple of rifles, but the rest of the team so limited. And a 4-3 as they're able to pull back 1 on the CT side, and that's a way to keep yourself in the game early on here. As they put a lead back on the board now.
Full eco, by the way. I mean, the Sioux saved rifles, sure, but they didn't even do the majority of the work. It was mostly Slacks with his P250 and obviously Mantu and Cressy, or more so Dude. But yeah, this is going to be another buy from Sharks, at least. The money they had gotten from the round they won, they are able to secure a decent buy here and there. 3 AKs, a Galil, a Mach 10, a lot of utility even for the most part. They have no map control. That's the bigger issue. Without banana control, they can't really decide, or more so, they can't really make a fake. They can't really sell the fake, or even, force Alternate Attacks to keep 2 players on B and 3 on A. Whilst already we see the rotation coming out from Alternate Attacks towards long. Mantu, though, this is a bit of an overstep. What the hell was that? I'm surprised he actually pushes like that. He should have been falling back, or at least holding for his teammate Dude to help him out. RCF can... Oh, the timing. Goodbye, Dude. Unfortunate.
That's unfortunate, yeah. Gets caught off by the timing, and that's one of the worst things. Yeah, surely he is. If he oversteps anymore, he's going to get it. Yeah, exactly. RCF spots out 1 more, and with Cressy taking shots, JNT there to finish. an exit, he just should be able to take down Slacks here as soon as he crosses. Yes, he will.
Clean round.
4 rounds. Very clean round as aTTaX not able to put a reply on the board whatsoever there. And again, these rounds so heavily back and forward to the point where aTTaX, they should be able to maybe go for a purchase here. They'll be getting rifles on the board if they do. And maybe not, actually. A couple of pistols instead. Okay, fair enough. Still putting at least some weapons on the board to challenge with, but no Kevlar, no utility or anything like that. So just a single scout onto Slacks that will try and make an impact. Overall, though, this should be Sharks right into a 5-4 scoreline and being able to, again, put a lead on that T side. And they're getting to that realm of possibility where, this Cressy.
Oh my god.
Catches out RCF, gets himself a free rifle as well. Slacks, though.
Jesus.
Surely Sharks do not lose another eco like this. Please, for the sanity
Within the span of 3 rounds.
Literally, for the sanity of my brain right now, please just don't lose another eco
Oh my god. Slacks has no Kevlar, yet he challenges an AK and he wins the duel even. Knack and JNT, they do not have... they do not have a lot of support. They at least have the AKs, the utility, so they can use that in their favor. But there is a tower in CT, and if Knack dry peeks here, he's dead. So hopefully a pop flash, yeah. No, smoke actually. Smart call. Knack still though peeking, but Mantu boosted on flowers, and Mantu for the second. Oh my god, alternate should just play eco at this point. Best case scenario, just play pistols, guys. It's safest call. Literally. They win the second eco, and not just, it wasn't a pistol buy, it was just eco. It was 1 deagle, 2 P250s, that's about it, and a single scout, not even having Kevlar. Double up comes out, and this is where things get scary for Sharks. With the double up on alternate attacks, that means they're confident enough that their economy can support this, as well as that their play can support this kind of buy. And, well, Sharks, they are given banana control. But alternate attacks, they're intentionally letting that go. They know, okay, we can't really hold it effectively, because even if we lose 1 and we aren't able to trade fast enough, it still is a heavy disadvantage for us, especially with 2 ops. So let's play it safe. Let's pull back. Let's make sure that if, in case there is an execute on either side, we'll be ready and we'll be able to counter it within a split second. By the looks of it, though, Sharks not really deciding where to go yet, though. I'm kind of... it seems like maybe A... Yeah, definitely feels like A, though.
I think right now the A bomb site is probably one of the more dangerous to target with how good that Slacks has been to begin this game. Challenging him, especially now that he's on an AWP rather than the scout. He's going to be a whole other world of danger.
Yeah.
And yeah, Sharks, they'll realize that maybe the B bomb site is the time for them to try and strike. They'll get a couple of pieces of utility set up and ready, but this actually might just be a fake. Yes, the bomb down to a banana, but with 3 players heavy top mid, yeah, they're getting the utility down. And we'll head back toward the A site. But it seems like, Slacks, he actually will buy the fake. Oh, no, he hasn't actually.
He read it. He read it fully. He's going to peek mid. He's going to spot the player. That's it. That's what he needs. He spots the second as well. Drops the bomb, and Slacks, he's done all he could, and he's done pretty much the best case he could have in this kind of position. And Sharks... Oh man, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
That's down to Slacks, though.
Yeah, that's all down to Slacks. That's true. Because if he doesn't fall back and peek mid, there's a high chance the 2 players on side can be immediately isolated and go into 1-on-1, losing those duels. Even if they get a kill, it's still a 3-on-3 afterwards, and the retake would be extremely difficult to pull off with 2 ops being on B. So a bit of a lucky break in aTTaX, 6-4, and an eco for Sharks. No bomb plant, no money in the bank. This is pretty tough to look at.
Starting to feel like a little bit of a scenario much like Dust 2, where aTTaX begin to pull away. It was at this point where aTTaX went 7-4.
Yeah.
And were able to really begin to hit hard on that first half. And again, with the way that they've been playing, if they can get themselves, another 10-5 to end the first half, they've shown that they can complete the game once already. So there's definitely no trials for them to be able to do it again. With Slacks taking a couple of pot shots inside of Boiler. Not going to be aggressed too heavily, though. The rest of that T side so passively up toward the A sort of T base. It will come through the apps eventually, but overall, RCF, they just left him out to die, essentially, here. Stefan should be picking him off relatively soon. and is able to do so. The rest of the side now going to join, but with 50 seconds left, and with pretty much no opportunity to get onto this bomb site, Mantu finds one.
This is a slaughterhouse.
It's a firing range, literally.
Yeah, they're both running into 2 AWPs, and to top it off, the support comes with the rifles and 7-4. This is starting to look pretty shaky. 4 rounds is okay for Sharks, especially up against alternate attacks. And, you know, we have to consider this to be a bit of an underdog scenario here for Sharks. Not much, but still, they are definitely not on par, or at least close to being very equal to them. Although, you know, if they can win this with 5, or more so, if they can pick up 5 or 6 rounds, it'd be perfect for them. They can easily come back on the CT, especially if they can pick up the pistol, and things could look to turn pretty nicely in their favor. Cressy, though, oh, he peeks mid. He sees 1, he sees 2, and Mantu takes 1 down. He's pushing top mid. Cressy jumps behind him, actually. Okay, that's perhaps a bit of an overstatement. Almost so an over-exaggeration. Still going to be a 4-on-3. And the bomb... Sharks seem like that they don't really have a stern decision, or so they don't have the decision to just say, okay, we commit, and then halfway through they're just like, oh, we lost 1, no, let's go back, stop, you know, just kind of trying to find their way in this round, or more so in most rounds we're seeing them do this. Bit confusing, overextension, that is the word I'm looking for. Yes, correctly, only Xenos. But again, the point is, Sharks themselves, they are definitely undecided and are having issues getting themselves, you know, committing fully to it, or to whatever plan they might have in mind.
Yeah, I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head there. For a lot of these rounds, they've been so, like, back and forward. Not even just the rounds themselves, but the mental sort of thoughts in the rounds that they're undergoing. They have really no set idea of what they're actually going to do in these types of positions. And already, beautiful grenade. As RCF and RCF and J&T both have been tagged. Slack's holding with the AWP. I love the fact that they're putting both of these AWPs. There's no time left for this round. I mean, the time's already gone, so 8-4. But I love the fact that ATN, they're putting themselves a double AWP setup on the same bomb site, but it's keeping Sharks on their toes so heavily, because Slacks obviously usually plays toward the A site. Mantu, he's more of a rotate type AWP. He can be on B bomb site. He can support from library with Slacks on the A site if needs be. And with the way that ATN are just constantly changing their setup, it's going to be so difficult for Sharks to be able to regain any type of structure or know what ATN are doing or read their plays. It's so difficult to do so. And in this round, yes, they have 3 AKs, but seriously nothing else to go with it. So 9-4 is all but an opportunity for this CT side to be able to close out. And we're definitely seeing a repeat of Dust 2 to the point where Sharks just seem just overall weaker than ATN. There's not really another way to go about it. They're just putting a good performance in for the CT side, or the Germans in general. So there's really nothing that we can complain about from Sharks. We just haven't seen their full extension like we did in games against Windstrike, where they were able to find victory, or even best of threes where they lost. We're just not seeing their entire sort of arsenal in the strat book, really.
I mean, question is there even an arsenal to work with? Slack, smartly enough, doesn't peek banana, falls back immediately, realizes this is a bit of a B push. The Molotov will put an end to the push, though. Sharks immediately stop. They will start to execute with the smokes, but there we go. Full commitment to B, and there's the 2 defenders ready for this. Dude sprays through the smoke, doesn't do anything yet. That nade could do some serious damage, though. Oh, and Leo and Exit both fall down to 50, 60 HP, and the third players are rotated over, and Sharks, they're denied entry into B, and look at this. This is a pretty visible confusion from Sharks. I mean, it's like everybody go top banana and then just, you know, shoot a little bit, take a few points of damage, and then go back. Whilst the best case scenario here would be take top mid control, or excuse me, take top banana control, you know, do a little bit of noise, then make the decision where you want to go. Don't do this. And look at, because they make such a poor decision in the end, they all run up into a single dead-end corner, being caught by Mantu's up, as well as the AK from, of course, from Stefan, and it's just a dead end. It really is not going to get them very far. This kind of play is worst case scenario, and I would rather say Sharks commit to the site. Screw it. You know, you already started to execute. Wait for the smoke to pass or go through the smoke. Just, you know, commit to something. Don't do marathons because this is exactly what's happening at the moment. Eco round though, pistols and Kevlar. Although it's more of a pistol buy really, not an eco full. But 2 players from House peeking. Cressy finds one as Stefan found the other. But it's a good refrag from Leo and RCF though. And Slacks is at 4 HP. This could actually still be won by Sharks, actually.
Yeah, and with Knack hunting down Slacks already here, this makes the scenario really up in arms right now. Dude able to find one more, though, and
nice.
Add some clarity. Knack able to find a refrag back to a 2 versus 2 now, and with the fact that they do have themselves pistols, but yeah, they're retrieving AWP off of the back of this right now. This is going to seriously get dangerous for ATN to the point where this round might just be done. And with Knack finding one and a second, all right, that's a way to finish a round. 9-5, and they'll really put one more on the board. There's going to be no contention from ATN about the economy or any type of thing like that, with the way that they've got so much cash stacked up. But it's at least a success for that T side as they put one more on the board.
Yes, it is. Funny thing is, they want an eco. I mean, pistol buy, but still.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, in any case, 9-4, double up still in the hands of ATN. And by the looks of it, they'll try to take deep banana control, boost Slacks onto wall. He's going to have an angle onto anybody peeking deep, or more so trying to take control, as well as having a player. No, actually a rotation over from Dude, going to go straight to A. This perhaps is a little bit uncalled for. First of all, neither Banana nor House has been taken over, and aTTaX should know this, or at least should be, you know, kind of aware of the fact that House, sure, it can be lost at this point, but still, you know, as long as they're not pushing deep on towards mid, you're kind of safe, you know. Nobody's really going to be jumping out of balcony, at least not as you usually see it on your matchmaking games. But it looks like an A execute. I like this. Finally, Sharks will give us a bit of a play towards A, and they might actually find some success. 2 players top mid. No entries yet. Denied on all corners. Ooh, exit finds Dude, though. That boost will not work out. The tower gets denied, and finally, Sharks gets himself the first entry.
And especially with that man down already. With 40 seconds left, it does start to ask questions of this ATN setup. I like the way that Slacks is playing, though. With the fact that he's just putting himself close on Banana. Does fall away, though. Played for the smart game, and ooh, not able to land the shot, though. RCF. He'll be able to find the opener. Leo looking to regress through, and with a 5-on-3, 20 seconds left. JNT to find one more. And this should surely be a 9-6 to end off the half. A nice flash through, but ooh, Mansu. He's able to at least find one in return. Looks for more as he's spamming the smoke. But overall, in a 4 versus 2, this should definitely be round secured for the T side. Get themselves a position where they can go into that CT half and at least be able to challenge quite respectively. Mantu finds one more. There it is. 9-6 as we end off. And as we get into that second half, it's going to be Sharks that make it way closer than I expected with the way that ATM were progressing. Could have definitely been an 11-4 scenario, but yeah, 9-6 to finish, and getting that pistol round would basically put them back in contention to take map 2.
Not only that, but as I said, 6 rounds on T side is really good. It's actually pretty much perfect for Sharks, given how it all started off, right? And as you said, the pistol will decide whether or not Sharks are going to be able to tie the score or potentially at least kind of bring it a little bit closer. Of course, the pistol will continue after a short commercial break, gentlemen. So don't worry, we won't be far gone, or at least we won't be gone for long. We'll be right back after a few commercial messages.
Loot.bet. Made for live betting.
And of course, our second half is here. The pistol will decide whether or not Sharks can contend against ATN. And, well, of course, if they can tie it up, potentially take the lead and win map 2 and pull us into Mirage, the final one for this series. Of course, the loser here will be eliminated from the tournament as a whole, and that is a pretty big loss for both of these two teams. And here we go. It's going to be a B push by aTTaX by the looks of it, and there's 2 players there to defend. It will be Leo and it will be Knack, and this is not going to be an easy task to achieve. Knack will not hit any shots, but Leo instead will hit. Well, okay, it's a double for Leo. That's enough, perhaps. If he can get one more, that's even better. And all of a sudden, aTTaX in a bit of a troublesome spot. A 4-on-3 retake. Still hard to go for B, though.
All 4 players inside a CT for Sharks as well. There's going to be a lot of direct approach about this setup. Dude and Stefan have to be accurate. They hear a lot of footsteps. Stefan spots a lot of players. And he's able to find one more, but Knack.
Mistake.
Beautiful denial. Makes it a 1 versus 3, and this surely is the round secured. Slacks, yes, he's in a 1v3. Ooh, JNT not even able to gather any info.
Beautiful.
Oh, but Slacks makes it into a 1v1. And I think he knows that exit. Yeah, he's going to back away. Has to tap the bomb. There's not enough time left, and oh my god. Slacks in a 1 versus 3 to close out the pistol. And a beautiful display to make it 10-6. Double figures secured. What a way to kickstart your T-side half.
Yes, it is. That is just perfect. And I'm so happy to see Slacks perform well. The last time I played with him was about a year ago, maybe even more. And, you know, he's improved so much since then. And this is just amazing. Amazing to watch them perform as good as they are right now. And alternate attacks, well, an AK on Slacks, a Galil on Dude. We've got a UMP and 2 Mech 10s on the rest. And aTTaX are pretty much prepared for anything that they can, that Sharks can throw at them. And yeah, it's an eco, obviously, so not much of a challenge. But again, those pistols can still do quite a lot of damage. I think we should mention the fact that alternate attacks won 2 ecos against full buys of Sharks, and you know that is no coincidence. That was more of a mistake on the side of Sharks than, you know, a brilliant play on the side of aTTaX. But again, exit, there's the free kill. That's what I'm talking about. From Flowers, easy kill.
And like you say, in this eco, there shouldn't be too much of opposition, but yeah, with the fact that they do get themselves at least 1. Cressy, though, making his way toward the A site. They now have realized that it is entirely clear. There is a rotate from RCF, which might just be the impeding factor. As soon as they realize this A bomb site is taken, RCF might even choose to aggress through that smoke if he hears the plant. He's going to remain safe, though. Overall, if aTTaX jump up to 11-6 before Sharks put that first gun round on the board, losing that gun round would essentially mean that they have a very, very tough time getting back into this game, and realistically, aTTaX should be riding to at least a sort of 16 to, let's say, 6 or 7 type victory if they keep it clean. But Cressy battling with Leo, able to find himself 1, does great damage to a second. Slack's able to come in and support. And as this round dwindles away, there is even a flank from Mantu. And that's the round done. 11-6, and great money gathered by the submachine guns as well. And overall, just aTTaX creating that barrier between Sharks yet again. This first gun round going to be the most important, vital round for Sharks to be able to win. Probably in this entire best of 3 itself. Lose this one, and essentially they open up the game for aTTaX to come in and snatch away very, very quickly.
I mean, pretty much so. Yeah, lose this one and that's it. That's the map gone, or at least half of the map, or even more than 3/4 of the map gone. Now we do have 3 players on Banana, Sharks, or more so on B. Sharks looking like they wanted to take deep B control, kind of lingering still on that car position, not really going for it just yet. The Molotov, of course, preventing them from pushing forward for the moment. And I kind of like alternate attacks reacting to this. They do not let them take Banana control, at least not effectively, and they're going to fight every inch of the way. Definitely best case scenario here for alternate attacks is to make sure that Banana is kept in their hands, and well, the entry would have gone their way, but Cressy doesn't really succeed in grabbing an addition, or more so a advantage itself. aTTaX slow down. They've got 4 smokes and a single Molotov and a single flash. So this decision to go B is actually a pretty good one. First of all, the Molotov can either fly into triple or dark. In this case, perhaps best would be dark, and then, you know, kind of just focusing on triple. Smokes into ruins and CT, most likely. Or perhaps smokes onto site, where they smoke off the plant and try to plant into the smoke, then get away into the after plant on banana CT. But Leo, that timing is perfect now. 17 seconds before the smoke dissipates, and Sharks, they just bought themselves a victory. I'm fairly certain they have. Leo gets a free kill here. Whoever goes to the smoke is dead. And with a single flash ready, this is gonna have to be a perfect execute. Alternate attacks, they have to have zero mistakes right here, right now. Here we go. Pop flash already across him. Pillar, it's Snack, one kill. It's Monty to get the second, though. Leo not focusing enough as JNT is able to refrag. Still gonna be a player in ruins. That's gonna be JNT. Oh, dude, what? Oh! Through the smoke, he sprays him down. It's gonna be back to a 2-on-2, and Sharks. That was 3 players defending, and all of a sudden, it is a retake they have to pull off. No kit. This is so troublesome.
Luckily, the one saving grace is that Slacks is down to 4 points of health, but he's going to set himself up very nicely inside of ruins.
Oh, what? I wanted to see that.
He does find the kill, RCF. Wow, what a way to end the round. Like you said, 3 players defending that B bomb site, and still they can't shut down ATN. With losing that gun round now into an eco, this is 13 rounds, all but confirmed, and will we see that replay? No, we won't. We'll see. Oh, Slacks. He actually burned alive in the Molotov when he tried to grab the bomb there, but luckily, dude saved any type of spray coming through there. But yeah, with Sharks now down to an eco, this definitely looks like a 13-6 scoreline. Have a little bit of pistol and Kevlar purchase, but it's nothing too exaggerated, to the point where ATN should find it relatively simple. Might lose a couple of men in the process, but when you have money stacked and rounds coming your way, you can really afford to do that, providing that you don't allow those guns to be saved. So overall, it is starting well on this T side, just like it did for ATN on the T side of Dust 2 as well. The first part of this game was actually really scrappy, but it seemed to have leveled off now to where ATN have found that sweet momentum spot.
And I wouldn't just say momentum, they kind of got warmed up a little bit, you know, maybe still feeling the after effects of Dust 2, that it was not as clean as they would have hoped. So they're getting into this comfortable position where they can actually start working on their tactics, on their plays, and, you know, it really starts to come together all in all. And we do see it's going to be an A play. I like this. They're taking it slow and easy. They're not really making too much noise. They're not really giving too much information away. And with Sharks now rotating, the third player already on B side, this is horrible. If they lose only one player, that's already going to be bad enough. RCF on site, and there is a player in pit, and this eco round is not going to go very well. They get one still, though. RCF certainly capable of doing a little bit of damage here and there, but the point is, if they had had the third player here, perhaps even the fourth, if they had focused on the defense of A, obviously they couldn't know that this was an A take, but still, things could have gone differently. Things could always go differently. And 13-6, as you say, is confirmed at this point. And alternate attacks, they are not just, well, I guess you could say running. They are spearheading exactly to that 15-16 points to close out this second map and secure a 2-0 victory in this series.
And I think that right now that's going to be like really the optimum output for ATN. They've seemed to have grown so heavily into this series to the point where they really look like they're not going to slow down whatsoever. And with Cressy potentially being hunted inside of apartments, yeah, he will at least lose a man. Oh, Stefan denies the save of the rifle, though, and that's even better for ATN right here. 13-6, and yes, we will see a rebuy going back into the side of Sharks. But overall, this T side just making so many better rounds than what we're seeing out of Sharks at this point. And we'll have to see a response fairly soon, or else it's going to be ATN that will ride the wave to victory very, very quickly before this second map has really gotten begun. JNT, nice response so far as he finds the first and gets away alive just barely. 5-on-4 to kickstart this round, though, and even with damage done, they still keep that man advantage. Make that 2 as man 2 is picked off. Slacks a failed flash, and the 2-man disadvantage. This might not be working out too great for ATN.
Well, make it triple, and all of a sudden, Cressy and Slacks, well, they don't really have much they can do here. Or more so, they can't really do anything at all. They can hope to perhaps try and execute B, go to site, maybe get the plant even. But effectively, Sharks should be winning this round no matter what happens, no matter how it's going to go down. Alternate attacks, though, I mean, they've already won so many 2vx's that I would be surprised if this still goes heavily in their favor. But in the end, Sharks, I think this is the one round that's really gonna start changing in their favor, because otherwise, I don't know what the hell they're doing with leaving Inferno in the map pool. And here we go. Slack spots the first man. It's Leo to fall. Sprays down through the smoke. Knack barely escaping his demise. JNT snaps onto Cressy, denies the plant, and that's what they needed. Now 1-on-4, and Slacks, well, even for him, this is too tall of an order. And RCF coming from Banana, as expected. The win will go to Sharks. Well, 6 rounds lead, and this is a long way from being home yet. Sharks have a lot of room for improvement, but certainly, you know, the one round they needed to win went their way. Now, the real climb up the ladder begins. This is where it's gonna get harder and harder with every progressing round passing. You know, it's not gonna be easy, not at all. Never was,
especially. Exactly, yeah. It never really was facing off against this side. When you catch them on a good day, they're going to perform. And realistically, with all the momentum that is in ATN's favor, Sharks have to really be able to deny that. And if they win this next round, they will begin to do that from the fact that there's going to be no money left. And Cressy, that's a great way to begin. But already a 2-for-2 trade. Make that 2-for-1 there. And now into a 3 versus 1, it seems like finally. Oh, dear. RCF to expose himself and down into a 1 versus 2. Mantu, he has a little bit of HP left. He's got down to 60. A free smoke gifting itself, and if he can isolate these 1 versus 1s, then potentially he can be coming out with a sweet little 1v3 clutch right now. I love the fact that he's waiting. He's playing out the time, the mind games with this CT side. But it is still an incredibly hard scenario to be able to win. Yes, of course, he has the advantage, but with JNT scoped and ready, Mantu's just going to keep running down that clock just a little bit further every single second. Going to maybe give an impression to Sharks that he might be taking an alternate route. And with JNT now pulling away, or at least wanting to, from this Archer's position. Oh, he set himself up first. Oh, Mantu! Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
See, that's the smart call here that Mantu makes. He wastes the time, as you said, and he wants that seed of doubt in the mind of Sharks, that they don't exactly know where he's going to be coming from, because he could have moved back to house, ran back towards second mid, back towards Banana, and back towards CT, you know, through Banana, through B. And well, alternate attacks went around they were not supposed to, and all of a sudden things just get... It is bad. It is very bad. Alternate attacks, it's a force buy round they're dealing with here, or more so just a pistol buy round, not really a full force. Sharks, last chance coming up next. It will be series point for them, elimination point for them. Win that, and you have a chance to actually go through to the next stage, or at least the third map for that part. Otherwise, they will say goodbyes and their good nights for Loot.bet League Season 2.
And the fact that ATN might be able to pull off victory, giving Sharks less rounds than they had on Dust 2, I think is a testament to how good these guys have been playing right now. It was 16-8 on Dust 2, with a chance of 16-7 on this map so far. And with a man advantage in this 22nd round, Leo already dead. The only man that can really oppose is that Mag 7 on paper. But of course, pistols can deal great damage, can deal considerable amounts. But overall...
Not checking above?
Ooh, Knack.
Thank God they checked.
I mean, even if they didn't, he didn't really pull off too much, but that was really lucky. If it had gone away with a frag, that could have really changed the progression. Dude, beautiful adjustment onto the head of exit there. And with RCF now left 1 versus 5, ATN, they should be keeping this round entirely clean, which is a very, very successful eco for them. Bomb goes down as well, so more money into that side as well. And the Sharks will face series point in every single round, even if they win some. Going forward, they're going to hear that match point noise every time the round comes through. And yeah, it's unfortunate for Sharks, but ATN just on the day have been a drastically better side.
Pretty much so. It's just outplaying Sharks for the most part. It hasn't, I mean, when it comes to aim, there had been a few moments where both teams have taken the lead, you know, here and there, you know, kind of favoring one or the other. Aim-wise, they're kind of close, but when it comes to team play, when it comes to executions, when it comes to timings and overall quality of tactics, whew, alternate attacks are on a whole another level. At least that opposed to Sharks. Sharks Their T side is very unstructured. It feels like more of a bug kind of style where they just run up a site and try to do their best, or they run up, they go into a default and then just hope they get a few entries here and there. While for alternate attacks, you can really show, or you can really tell what they're trying to do. Slacks peeks banana, gets the entry. Second one as well, no. It will be not peeked by Leo, playing it smarter than his teammate Knack, but it's a 5-on-4. It is series and elimination point for Sharks, and well, I think the end is nigh, and it's not gonna go away anytime soon for Sharks.
It's sad, but yeah, I think the better team is about to be crowned victors here. With the fact that they've played so incredibly well, and Leo will at least oppose potentially Mantu to find a trade back, though exit. He gets shut down, and I think that's the game. It's interesting to note as well that throughout the entire duration of this best of 3, both maps, of course, being like being 22 rounds, and then obviously whatever these are, 23 respectively or whatever, we've seen no tactical timeouts from either side. I mean, not that ATM would particularly need one, but Sharks throughout both of these games haven't called a tactical pause. I mean, not that they're particularly necessary, but like, again, it shows that maybe their entire team play isn't there as a whole, and yeah, this is not looking good. GG, yeah, definitely. They'll ride out 16-7, 2-0 winners. Sharks eliminated, which is unfortunate, but I hope they take away some practice and some experience from this kind of team play or playing against these sides. But overall, yeah, the better side won on the day, I think.
Indeed, they have, or more so indeed, they did. Alternate attacks, congratulations. They will fight to live, or they will live to fight another day. Well, now we move on to our, last best of 3 of the night. As we get ready for Dream Eaters versus Chaos. It will be coming in about 20 minutes, give or take, somewhere there. We could be delayed about 10 minutes, give or take. Usually takes, by the time we get ready
online
for the game.
CS.
Yeah, it's online CS. So, guys, it takes a little while. In any case, thank you for tuning in, everybody, whoever has been here with us for the last, I guess you could say 4 hours. We've been live. Actually, 5.5 hours. Okay, it's been a little bit longer.
Wow.
Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed the cast as much as we have enjoyed the game, and make sure to follow us on Twitter at Overseeart for myself, or you can check out Kieran at Kieran the Caster. In any case, we'll be back after about a 20-minute break to see the last best of 3 of the night, Dream Eaters versus Chaos, and, well, the 4th team to progress into the playoffs already. In any case, we'll be back soon.